It's a cold morning in Zaragoza, and we are walking down Calle de Alfonso I, one of the main tourist streets that opens up into Pilar Plaza, where we have the Basilica of Our Lady of the Pillar, which I'll talk about in a second. The cathedral represents a very important event in Catholic history. The story goes that in early days of Christianity, Jesus' apostles traveled throughout the known world spreading the gospel. James the Greater, while in the Roman city of Zaragoza in 40 AD, became disillusioned with his progress. While praying along the Ebro River, Mary appeared to him in a vision atop a pillar to console and encourage him. Now, at that time, Mary was still alive, living in Jerusalem. The Basilica of Our Lady of the Pillar is so named for this event. Unfortunately, there's no photography allowed inside the church, but it's well worth a visit. You can, however, take an elevator up to the top of the northwestern tower of the Basilica. There you'll get some pretty amazing views of the city. That is, if you're willing to walk up the spiral staircase to the very top of the tower. It's also worth visiting the Cathedral of Our Savior of Zaragoza. Inside, you'll find the surprisingly Gothic cathedral. This church is actually built inside of what was formerly a mosque, and outside you can still see some of the original mosque architecture, actually the Mudahar architecture that was part of the old mosque. In fact, if you look closely, you can see they sort of just slapped a facade onto the old mosque. However, when you visit inside, it's quite amazing. It looks nothing like a mosque, very traditionally Gothic, and again, well worth a visit. We're now heading up to the top of the Zuda Tower, which is built on top of one of the old Roman wall towers. This is another great place to come if you want to get a good 365-degree view of the city. Not quite as tall as the towers of the cathedral, the Basilica, but still provides some really nice views of the Roman wall and the surrounding city.
And you don't quite feel like you're going to fall out of the window at any second.
So you were not necessarily super excited about coming here. What do you think now?
You're right, I wasn't super excited. I thought it was just the tourist office. I didn't know we could actually come up in the tower. And one, it's free, which is always good, but it's really spectacular with the views from all different sides of the tower. But they also have a map showing the view and little numbered explanations of what you're looking at. So it's really nice, so you can come in and see like what are the highlights of the city, and I think there's some things on there we might have missed that we're going to go see before we leave. And it was really worth the 4 flights up.
The Zuda Tower actually has some pretty interesting information about the history of the city. So you can see here, the city was originally an Iberian city named Salduia, which was established around the 3rd century BC. Then we have Caesaraugusta, which it was established in, I believe, about 14 BC. After the Moors conquered the city in 712 AD, it was renamed Zaragoza. Finally, when Alfonso I of Aragon conquered Zaragoza in 1118, the town's name was once again changed to Zaragoza. What's interesting is how little the city's name has changed since its original Roman founding in 14 BC. So next up, we're heading over to the thermal baths. These are Roman ruins. Last time we tried to go to the thermal baths, they were closed due to lack of staff. So we're going to try our luck again, and hopefully they are open today. Fun fact about Roman baths, they used to use a combination of oils and a metal scraper to scrape their skin clean. And of course, what bathhouse wouldn't be complete without a latrine and some graffiti? Well, that was pretty cool. It was really quiet, so we didn't document anything with our voices.
Yeah, it was really nice. They did a little bit of a reconstruction. You could see the steps down into the pool and original flooring tiles, and then where the flooring tiles were missing, where they probably took them away to use for other construction.
So we're heading down a little cobblestone street to the Zaragoza
Origami Museum.
Are we still in the origami exhibit? This is really unexpected. I can assure you this is still origami.
Best €3 ever.
So what are your impressions?
Like I said before, best €3 ever spent. Totally worth a visit. Super amazing. Amazing. Some of the things they've created in there, the dresses, the clothing, but there are some really striking pieces as well, just very evocative pieces, and totally worth it.
And the history of paper.
And the history of paper was pretty cool too, yeah.
I really enjoyed the Origami Museum. All right, so now we are headed back to have a little bit of lunch.
So we just had some delicious wine and tapas at what is turning out to be our favorite spot here in Zaragoza in Alto.
What's it called?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Something Bodegas.
Here, let me look it up. Bodegas Almau.
That was it, and it was really, really good. Totally enjoyed it.
Yeah, so they actually have this wine that's one of my favorites, Alto Moncayo. The winery is Alto Moncayo. And what we actually learned as we're here is it's in the same region, it's in this region, Aragon. So it's actually one of my favorite wines of all time. They have a couple of wines. One is called Veraton. It's about $25 or so, maybe 23 euro. 23 euro is what they sell it for here. It's just fantastic wine. It's just like so full-bodied and delicious, and goes really well with tapas. All right, so here's the twist. We
attempted to go downstairs to go get some pickles, and we're now stuck in the elevator. So who knows when we get those pickles?
Luckily, the phone number's right here. Oh, wait, it's ripped.
So we contacted our Airbnb host, and fortunately she responded right away, and apparently the technician should be on the way.
So we're just gonna
stick around here.
Yeah, have a wait and relax a little bit, chill. Okay. Should be fun. So, Stephanie, we're stuck in an elevator.
So we are stuck in an elevator. This has never happened before. Chris has reminded me that we could have taken the stairs when I suppose we could have. Yeah, so hopefully the 15 to 20 minutes we were told about 10 to 15 minutes ago is actually true and will not be 45 plus minutes. We shall see. We'll be here.
All right, so we are now unstuck and out of the elevator. Somebody rescued us, which was amazing.
Only about 40 minutes, not bad.
Exactly. So we are now actually going to walk down the stairs and go to the store and get some of those staples that we had originally set out to get. So.
And then walk back up.
And then we will probably walk back up the stairs.